Your Vote 2020, we are getting numbers tonight in the 28th State Senate District special election. And right now, it is a big lead for Republican Melissa Melendez over Democrat Elizabeth Romero in the 28th District. Melendez leading the race with over 95,000 votes so far, about 55% of the vote over Romero. It was a primarily mail-in ballot election, so there are still votes to be counted that are postmarked by today and then received in the next 3 days. The registrar expecting the next results to be updated on Friday. Melissa Melendez posting this video to Facebook shortly after the results were released. Her family celebrating behind her tonight. She's calling her lead a big win for California. We've reached out to both candidates for reaction to the results so far. We have not heard back from them directly. News Channel 3's Jacob Gracia. You can hear that celebration is live tonight from home with more on how voting played out for this election amid the coronavirus and what it could mean for the presidential election coming up in November. Jake.
Yeah, John, good evening. Today's election was primarily vote by mail, as you said, with just a few select in-person polling places. Coronavirus measures, of course, being taken there, and some tonight wondering if this race could be a preview of what to expect this November, an election in the era of coronavirus.
I was a little bit concerned.
Despite fears of contracting coronavirus, masked voters turning out to cast ballots Tuesday in the special runoff election for state Senate between Democrat Elizabeth Romero and Republican Melissa Melendez.
It seemed like they were practicing all the same measures that all other public places are doing with the face mask and washing your hands. It felt okay coming out.
And here at the polling place in Thousand Palms, there are precautions being taken for coronavirus. Lysol wipes, hand sanitizer, and gloves being made available for any voter who requests them. Perhaps a preview of what voting could look like in the presidential race this November. Governor Newsom signing an executive order last week that will allow every registered voter in California to receive a mail-in ballot for the presidential election.
That mail-in ballot is important, but it's not an exclusive substitute to physical locations. We still want to have the appropriate number of physical sites for people to vote as well.
For those concerned about coronavirus, vote by mail, a useful and convenient option.
I think to be able to send in the ballot on your own time, having the set day, voting day, makes it hard.
Others worried voting by mail will decrease voter participation.
People won't take it seriously. They'll just put it off, or they'll say, oh, whoever wins, that type of thing, and just be very lazy about it.
Something folks on both sides of the argument hope to avoid.
I do hope everybody comes out and votes. It's important to make sure everybody does that.
We're all Americans. We need to prove that we're Americans and get out there and vote.
And of course, nobody truly knows where we'll be with coronavirus by this November, but officials are trying to put plans in place. Governor Newsom is requesting that all local counties submit requirements for in-person voting. He says if those requirements or if those measures have not been submitted by the end of this month, he may need to issue a second executive order. Reporting live tonight, Jake Gracia, News Channel 3.